Welcome to the descriptive tutorial on this crochet puzzle sweater. Yeah, so I'm just going to get right into it. I'm not wasting nobody's time. I'm going to show you guys how I did it. Please, before you start this description video thingy, have a book and a pen so you can actually write down what I'm saying so you understand, because if not, just buy the written pattern if you don't want to watch this. Okay, this sweater, I like oversized stuff. This sweater is a size medium to large, and this is it on blocked. If you block it, it's going to stretch, obviously. So I started with the back panel. I'm going to tell you the number of stitches that I used, if I can remember. Yeah, so I started with the back panel. So the back panel is just plain black. Okay, so it's plain black. I'd rather that you make your crochet garments like measurement based, but because of the puzzle, it is sort of like a strict number that you use. So to be honest, I'm not really sure how you can make it smaller than this, except you probably take off like a row of puzzle, and to make it bigger than this, I'll just say you add another row of puzzle. That's what I can recommend, because this is like a stacked tutorial. Or the only way that I can think to, if you want to make this to suit different sizes, is the size of yarn. So I used like 4 yarn for this. It's sort of like a thick yarn, so that's why it's oversized. If you use like a thinner yarn with the same measurements and everything, maybe say, what's it called, a thinner yarn, is going to, obviously you have the same number of rows and everything, but obviously it will be smaller. And if you want to make it bigger, obviously you're going to use like a thicker strand of yarn. So that's the only way I can think of if you want to make this bigger or smaller to suit you. Just change by the yarn sizes, and yarn sizes, use a smaller size for if you want to make a small sweater, and a bigger yarn size for a bigger sweater. So let's get into it. So I started with the back panel. This is the back panel. It is plain black. I used, I think I said the number in the vlog that I made for this sweater. I think I used 1.5 balls of yarn for the back panel. I don't remember, but this entire back panel is made up of 60 rows of double crochets. This entire project is double crochet, by the way. The entire back panel is made up of 60 rows of double crochet. So I started, there are 100 rows across like this, 100 rows across, 60 to the top, 100 horizontal, 60 vertical. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so I chained 100, then I worked in all the 100 stitches double crochet, then going on to 60 rows. That was the back panel. Now coming to the front panel, I worked all 1, 2, 3, 4 of these separate. I'm just going to try to explain the numbers first that you need to know when you're doing this, but you can do it in any color that you want, by the way. Let's start with this panel, for example. Let's start, I hope you guys can see. Right, let's start with this black panel. So each of these, if the back is 60 divided by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, hello mathematicians, hello, 15. So this is 15 rows. Each puzzle occupies 15 rows. Okay, each puzzle occupies 15 rows. All right, that's the first thing that you need to know. So obviously, and you have, depending on how your puzzle looks like, you have, let me take this one for example, this black puzzle for example. I have 5 plain rows, 5 rows that cover this puzzle, and 5 plain rows. Okay, let's take this yellow puzzle for example. I have 5 rows that extend with this white. I have 5 plain here, and then I have 5 with this red. So I just mix the colors in a type of way, and I recommend using like 4 different colors if you want to do this. You can use 2. Okay, use an even number of colors. I did this before in black and white. I'll put the picture on the screen. I've done the same cardigan before for my friend in black and white. So you can do that. You can do this, like the puzzles are going to suit better when they are, the number of colors that you're using are an even number. I used 2 colors when I did my friend's cardigan. It was my friend's sweater, it was black and white. These are 4 colors: white, black, yellow, and red. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to say. So you have 5, 10, 15, just like that. Okay, right, so each of these rows like this is 25 stitches. Remember, if we have 100 at the back, 100 rows at the back, to suit the front, this is 25 rows. Each strip had 25 rows, 25 and 25. Okay, so like I was saying, if you have 100 rows at the back, 100 divided by 4, 25. So this is 25 rows by 15 rows, and this is double crochet. I recommend to use double crochet for these stitches. Don't use single crochet or half double crochet. Use double crochet, because double crochet is a tall stitch. If you say this is 25 rows and this is 15, if you use like a single crochet, this would definitely be shorter than the 25 rows. I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense, but use the double crochet stitch only. Okay, so let's come a bit closer. So we have, since we have 25 rows here. We've got 25 rows here. So right here, most of this, I don't know how to put it, most of the circular parts of the puzzle, in fact the entire puzzle is worked in odd numbers, since we have like 20. Okay, let's say we've got 25 here, we've got the 25 stitches here. We have the longest of this rows is 11 stitches. The longest here is another 11 stitches, that's 22. Then we have 3 in the middle, 23, 24, 25. That's it. Okay, so let's come down to this very short one, and I did these long rows for 3 rows. Okay, these are 3 rows, then 4, 5. Remember, this is 5. This is 5 rows. I hope I'm making sense. Am I making sense? Hopefully. So this here is 7 rows. This short one is 7 double crochets. So if we have 11 here, and then because we want to make the puzzle to like show properly, I skip 2 here and another 2 here, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That makes sense. So that is like the block. 11 is the block of the, you know, the circular part of the puzzle. And then so if you have 11 stitches to fit that block, and you want to like reduce it to like form like the, you know, to form a nice curve, basically, you are just going to do 2 stitches, then the normal color for the circle, then you have 2 stitches here. Okay, you just need to keep stuff like that in mind. Then here, obviously, this one here is 7, the same 7 as here. Then we've got 11, 11, 11, 7. That's just it. Same thing here. When you finish with one, so if we've got 7 here, just like that, we've got 7 here. That means we've got 9 on this side, 9 on this side. 9 plus 9, 18 plus 7, 25. Does that math make sense? Yeah, so I have obviously the grid up on my Etsy shop for this, so you can check it out. I think that's all that I can explain. The same thing just for the sleeves now. So that's it. I know I'm everywhere, but that's it for like the 4 panels. You do the same thing for the 2 sleeves. It's just that the sleeves have like 3 rows. You see that? So you choose your color placements. I'm going to stand, so if you want to screenshot my color placements, or I'll have like a flat version on the ground of how I put it on the ground, so you guys can see like my color placements. You can screenshot that. So the sleeves are just like 3 rows. So I just basically just end up here. This part's not there for the sleeves, so you do that for the sleeves. Then let's go to the cuffs. Are just a bunch of single crochets that I did separately. Then I sewed it on. The same thing for the bottom ribbing. It's a bunch of single crochets as well that I did, and I sewed it on. Then I did single crochet for the neckline as well. And yeah, I just did the single crochet on the neckline. I didn't sew it on. I didn't do it separate and sew it on. So I think that's all I can explain for this. Please, if you have any questions, ask them down in the comment section. This is the best I can do because I did not do a tutorial, but the written pattern is down below in the description box, because I'm not going to be posting this video if the written pattern is not available. So that's it for this video. I hope it helped. Share this video. Send me your photos. I'm mostly on TikTok at Sylvans, or Sylvans the Multi-Niches Diary on TikTok. I'm mostly on TikTok, so send me photos on there. Text me on TikTok, yeah, or you can find my Gmail on the channel. I've got my link tree there. I've got all my social media links there. Text me on there if you need any help. Let me know. That's it for this video. I hope it helped. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.